It's not often at daily Mass in the readings that you'll have a reading that takes up 2 complete pages. That was today's reading from the first book of Kings, and it's a great reading, right? It's Elijah against the 400 prophets of Baal, and the Lord wins that day. I often have an opportunity to celebrate Mass twice a day on weekdays, usually in the morning in the center of Opus Dei. And typically in the center of Opus Dei, we celebrate the Mass in Latin. It's the new rite, the Novus Ordo. It's not the Tridentine rite. We do that because Opus Dei is all over the world, and that's the universal language. And I was reading it this morning in Latin. It says, all the people answered, agreed. But it's actually better in Latin. They translate that word agreed to optima propositio. Like, that's an awesome idea, not just agreed, right? Let's do that, and let's have like a high school football rally to see whose God is the greatest. The poor prophets of Baal, their God was asleep, or he was taking a vacation, and the other guys loved it because they were just taunting them. And then we see what happens. The God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Israel sends down fire, consumes it, and they carry the day. Seeing this, all the people fell prostrate and said, the Lord is God. The Lord is God. And the word Lord here is written in all capitals. Big capital L, and then smaller capitals O-R-D. You can't actually pronounce that name in Hebrew because it's a name that's not supposed to be spoken, but you spell it Y-H-W-H, right? We say it in English. The Lord is God. They knew exactly who it was. It was the Lord who had given the 10 commandments to Moses on top of the mountain. All the people said the Lord is God because they witnessed a miracle. And that's why the apostles believed Jesus Christ was God. They witnessed miracles, and when they witnessed the great miracle of his resurrection. And I like to speak about the 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which are full of miracles. But we know that, well, we didn't live 2,000 years ago. We didn't see the multiplication of loaves. We didn't see the walking of the water. We weren't there at the marriage feast of Cana. We didn't see the 10 lepers cured. So why should I believe? Well, if you're paying attention, hopefully you've had answers to your prayers. The people call in, relevant to call them praise reports. What is a praise report? It's gratitude or thankfulness for a prayer that was answered. We had someone here just the other day at lunchtime with their praise report. I prayed very specifically for this abortion center to close down by such and such a date on such and such a year, and it did. And this woman was emotional. We witnessed that. Or that's her praise report. She'll tell you why she believes Jesus Christ is God, because she got an answer to her prayers. So I would encourage you to write down every time one of your prayers is answered. Write it down, put it there, and read it from time to time. It'll build up your faith. Little by little, it becomes the gospel according to you, which is very important. And St. Peter speaks about that to the early Christians when he says, be ready to give a reason for the hope you have within you. Be ready to give a reason for the hope that you have within you. And when we have that confidence that God is right there, that he's not a gazillion miles away, it just makes life so much more amazing, right? Because we see purpose and reason, everything that we see. Nothing is by accident. God is always working in that. Well, I could say much more today on the gospel and the commandments, but I think that's enough today. But think about that in your own life. Write down on a piece of paper, keep it to yourself every time your prayers are answered, and it will strengthen your faith.